Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Nathan from MyCryptoParadise. In this video we'll look at IOTA, the top coin, one of the top coins obviously, but as the market is being so red across the board, still the big question arises, is this a long-term decline which might result in a very sharp downside move, yet another wave to the downside, because we already had 1, 2, 3, 4, and perhaps the fifth wave will be extremely sharp. On the other side, this could have been a BC corrective pattern, after which we will see the continuation of the major uptrend. So right now price is stuck between the resistance and the support, and if you want to find out what are the probabilities of price moving towards the resistance or towards the support and potentially breaking these levels, stay tuned. We will discuss that by looking at multiple IOTA charts. But right now let's move to the coin market cap. IOTA is ranked number 32 with a 14% decline only in the past 24 hours. Yes, there was another downside wave, not on all the coins but most of them. As an example, if we look at Theta, it's actually up 5%, so it's one of these coins that is growing while other coins are dropping. Nonetheless, the overall market sentiment is obviously bearish. Market is all over red. The sell-off continues. Bitcoin at $32,000, Ethereum at $2,400 with a 13% decline. All in all, massive drops across the board. But what we should expect from IOTA in the coming weeks? Before that, let's just quickly jump to the previous analysis we made for Flamingo. And here we discussed that if this resistance is respected, we expect a sharp decline towards this support area. And in fact, this is exactly what happened. Price retested the bottom of the triangle, went up, then consolidation, and then yet another strong drop. But what is next? The key support is at this area, and it is extremely important that the daily closing price will remain above this previously made low right there. And if we explore the daily chart, what we are looking for is this price at 0.5140, and the daily candle must close above in order for the trend to remain bullish. So watch today closing price, because it not only can show the potential price action for Flamingo, but at the same time all the cryptocurrency market, and this will be very important daily closing price today. Finally, starting with IOTA. This is the chart we already explored. So we have these fibs applied to this overall wave to the upside, and we can spot that previous support has been at 88.6% fibs. And this is where the next drop might bring the price. But there is another fibs at 78.6% retracement level, which also should be considered. But we had this bounce of the previous support area along with the 200 simple moving average. So this is the bullish sign that support is being respected, moving average is being respected. All in all, this might result in a trend reversal. But we are witnessing also the bounce of the previous resistance, which is right there at $1.44. But currently price is again at the moving average, so there are some contradictions in terms of what will happen next, but price action currently favors the bullish momentum, and it will be also extremely important if the daily closing price will close below or above the moving average. Now moving to the logarithmic daily chart, here we have several fibs applied to the chart. Well, first fibs applied to this last wave up, then we have another fibs applied to the last wave down. And we have several levels to watch. First, the nearest one is the 50% retracement level at 152.17, corresponding to this support area where previously the moving average was rejected. Also, this is the area where we had the break below the simple uptrend trend line. This emphasizes the importance of this level. which is likely to be tested depending on the daily closing price. And if the daily closing price will be above 1.0750 today, then we certainly can expect this rise towards this resistance area and potentially towards the moving average, which also here corresponds to this area. And if price will manage to break above this area, next stop will be at $2 psychological resistance, which is corresponding to 2 fips, 38.2% retracement level and 78.6. So these two areas are the key resistance for the IOTA. In case the $2 area will be taken out, the doors for the bulls will get wide opened. But until the point we hold below this resistance, it can also be a range trading, a very wide range trading, and price can retest the support area at $0.87. Moving on to the 8-hour chart, we have the descending channel here applied, and as we can see, price tested the bottom of the channel, produced the spike, but then failed to close below the spike, which is also a bullish case for the IOTA. On this first wave up after price bottomed out, we have applied a simple fips, which shows us that 61.8 fips got rejected very cleanly. Yet another bullish sign for the IOTA. On the other hand, what we had is the bounce of the middle trend line of the channel, and also we had the break below the 50 simple moving average. Now we need to have daily break and close above this minor resistance here at $1.14 in order for the price to start showing some bullish tendency. And before that happens, price can retest, go down to retest $0.9 support, or even towards the bottom of the channel again at $0.67. On the previous chart, we were speaking about this resistance area corresponding to 50% Fibonacci retracement level, and now we also apply the fips to this corrective wave, which shows that 50% fips corresponds to 161.8% fips, making this resistance area a key resistance in the medium to long term. And it might show upon the breakout. If price will reach it and break, this will be the very first sign that the bulls are once again in complete control. But obviously, to confirm this, we need also to take out the $2 resistance area. Now moving on to the 4-hour chart, and on this chart we have some scenarios based on the Elliott wave theory. So price bottomed out, and what we might be having right now is an A, B and C corrective wave. And this scenario implies that the trend down will continue towards the 261.8 fips, which is at $0.48. Now this fips was applied to the first major pullback after price topped out. And if we just move back to the daily chart, this is the area of previous resistance, which is at $0.48. Now back to the 4-hour chart, this fips corresponding to this area, making it the next key support in case of a downtrend continuation. To confirm that this was an ABC wave, there must be daily break and close below $0.9. Only after that we can expect price to continue declining towards this support area. And another scenario is that this is already 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 wave move to an upside. And for this scenario, price obviously must hold this support, and then we can expect this move to the upside towards the 1.54 resistance area. This is the previous support, became the resistance, confirmed by 2 different Fibonacci retracement levels. And if we look at this box of 2 fips, we can see that price is currently entered the consolidation zone once again. It is between 161.8 fips and 61.8 fips. Unless we have the break above this resistance, we can expect the continuation of a downtrend or a range trading within this box. First bearish sign will be the break below 0.9 support, and the daily closing price below this level should confirm further downtrend. First bullish sign, obviously, daily break and close above $1.14. Then we can expect price to move towards 152, 154 resistance, and if broken, potentially to the $2 resistance area. Moving on to the 1 hour chart, and here we have the ascending channel. Price reached the bottom of the channel, rejected it. It also bounced off the 78.6 pips applied to this last wave to the upside. On the other hand, what we had is the break below the triangle. Price is below the moving average and the selling pressure remains high. The nearest resistance would be at $1.17, which can be tested as long as this bottom is being respected. There also is a possibility that price will decline towards 88.6 pips at $0.97, which also had a minor bounce previously. But as long as we hold this bottom, well, this will be a bullish market in the medium to short term. Another point here is the overall width of the triangle is measured right there. We have the percentage. So if we move this to the point of the breakout, this is where the price might decline. There can be a break below this low. Still a possibility which must be considered because this is the final downside target based on the triangle breakout. But as I said, only daily break and close below this low will confirm the trend. Finally, let's move on to IOTA against the Bitcoin. And here we have a key demand area which previously was the resistance, but then it became the support. And right now we had this huge downside move, but the daily closing price remained within the support area. We had the spike, but then failed to close below the spike. Price bounced off the simple uptrend trend line. Price also bounced off the 50 simple and exponential moving averages. However, there was also a rejection of the 61.8 pips at 3700 satoshis. And this means unless there will be daily break and close above this resistance, price will either continue moving down slowly or will continue to consolidate. In order to confirm bearish trend, we must have the daily break and close below 2100 satoshis area. At this point, it remains a bullish trend, and it certainly looks like, based on the Elliott wave theory, that we had wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and potentially there will be the final and 5th wave to the upside before a long-term consolidation and or a strong downside corrective move. To summarize, watch out for the daily break and close above this resistance to confirm further uptrend. This is for IOTA against the Bitcoin. For the IOTA against the dollar, it is important that the daily closing price will remain above the moving average, and based on the 8-hour chart, it is important that there will be daily break and close above $1.1378, which is the level where the moving average was rejected cleanly. This will be the first bullish sign for IOTA for the short to medium term. That was all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to take it easy and smooth, and see you all next time.